We've all been there. It's 6 a.m., your alarm goes off, you know you should get up, hit the gym, or start working on that project you've been putting off, but instead, a tiny voice in your head says, just 5 more minutes. You hit snooze. Fast forward 2 hours, and you're still in bed, scrolling mindlessly through short-form videos, feeling a heavy wave of guilt wash over you. Why do we do this? Why do we actively sabotage our own goals when we know exactly what we need to do? You aren't lazy, you aren't fundamentally broken, and you don't lack discipline. You are simply trapped in a psychological feedback loop. Your brain is a magnificent machine, but it's hardwired to protect you from things that feel difficult, uncomfortable, or scary. When you hesitate, even for a microsecond, your brain sends a stress signal and you paralyze yourself. But what if I told you that the cure to procrastination, self-doubt, and fear takes exactly 5 seconds? What if there was a neurological hack that could bypass your brain's defense mechanisms and force you into action? Today, we are diving deep into the 5-second rule, a framework popularized by Mel Robbins that transformed her from an unemployed, struggling, debt-ridden mother into one of the most booked speakers in the world. By the end of this video, you will have a deceptively simple, scientifically proven tool to stop procrastinating instantly. To understand why this works, we need to look at how it was discovered. Years ago, Mel Robbins was at rock bottom. Her husband's business was failing, they were facing bankruptcy, and she was drinking too much. Every morning, she knew she needed to wake up and look for a job, but the anxiety was so crushing that she couldn't get out of bed. The alarm would ring, she would hesitate, and her brain would instantly give her 100 logical reasons to stay under the covers. Then, one night, she saw a television commercial featuring a NASA rocket launch. The countdown echoed through the screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. It was a simple, irreversible sequence ending in explosive action. She made a bizarre promise to herself. The next morning, she wouldn't think, she would launch herself out of bed like a rocket. The next morning, the alarm rang, the dread hit her, but instead of listening to her thoughts, she counted backwards out loud. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and on 1, she stood up. She bypassed her brain's excuses. She had discovered a loophole in human psychology. You might be thinking, counting backward? That sounds like a gimmick, but it is rooted deeply in neuroscience. Let's talk about the structure of your brain. Your brain has a primary goal, to keep you alive and conserve energy. The area of your brain responsible for habitual behavior and routine is the basal ganglia. When you do things automatically, like hitting snooze, doom scrolling, or avoiding hard work, you are operating out of the basal ganglia. It requires zero energy. However, when you want to change a habit, take a risk, or do something difficult, you need to use your prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain responsible for deliberate action, focus, and strategic thinking. But here's the catch. Engaging the prefrontal cortex requires significant energy, and your brain doesn't want to spend it. When you have the instinct to act on a goal, you have a 5-second window before your brain kills the idea. The moment you hesitate, your brain perceives that hesitation as danger. It magnifies the risk. It floods you with doubt. The 5-second rule, counting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, is a form of metacognition. It interrupts your default thought patterns. By counting backward, you distract your brain from its excuses and manually shift the control from the basal ganglia to the prefrontal cortex. You literally awaken the part of your brain needed to take action. There's a concept in chemistry and physics called activation energy. It is the minimum amount of energy required to start a chemical reaction. Think of a heavy boulder resting on a flat surface. Getting that boulder to move for the very first time requires a massive amount of pushing, a huge spike in energy. But once it's rolling, momentum takes over, and it requires very little energy to keep it moving. Your tasks are exactly like that boulder. The hardest part of going to the gym isn't the workout, it's putting on your shoes and walking out the door. The hardest part of writing an essay isn't writing the 4th paragraph, it's opening the blank document and writing the first sentence. The 5-second rule is your activation energy. It is the push that overcomes the initial friction. So, how do you use this in your daily life? You must use it the exact moment you feel an instinct to act on a goal, but you feel yourself hesitating. Scenario 1, the morning routine. Your alarm rings, you feel tired. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Throw the covers off and stand up. Don't think about how cold the room is. Just move. Scenario 2, work and productivity. You are staring at your phone knowing you have an assignment due tomorrow. You feel the urge to check social media one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toss the phone across the room, sit at your desk, and open your laptop. Scenario 3, social anxiety. You're at a networking event or a party. You see someone you want to talk to, but fear grips your chest. What if they judge you? What if you sound stupid? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk toward them and say hello before your brain can convince you to hide in the corner. Notice that the counting must be backward. If you count forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can always keep going. 6, 7, 8, there is no end. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 has a terminal point. It demands action on 1. The 5-second rule is not magic. It will not do the work for you. It won't lift the weights, it won't write the code, and it won't fix your relationships. But what it will do is get you to the starting line. It bridges the gap between knowing what you need to do and actually doing it. Motivation is a myth. You're never going to feel like doing the hard things. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. Your life is made up of micro decisions. Every time you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and take action, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. You are building the habit of courage. So the next time you feel that hesitation, don't negotiate with your mind. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe for more content on mastering your psychology, and let me know in the comments what is the very next thing you are going to use the 5-second rule on. I'll see you in the next one.